Hi, welcome to our channel, and this is Julalaine. Thank you for subscribing. We're going to continue your learning here, speaking in Tagalog. And on our first video, we talk about the old Tagalog alphabet, the nang, and the 7 letters that we don't have in our old Tagalog alphabet. And at the end of this video, I'm going to sing to you the vowel, and I will give you some surprise questions. So we're going to discuss it further today, and if you're planning to go here in the Philippines for vacation or business travel, then you will have basic information about the Filipino language or on how you can use it. I will give you some examples, points, or insights about the Filipino language. Let's start. So we have the NG or the nang as an additional letter in our old Tagalog alphabet. And when I studied or observed the Americans on how they read or pronounce a Tagalog sentence, instead of pronouncing nang as NG or that nang, you sounds neng. Neng, because you have that E sweet sounds in most of your letters. And you also pronounce it or you read it as naga if the NG is already in a sentence or in a word. So I'm going to give you some examples so that we can correct how you pronounce the NG in our Tagalog words or Filipino words. So for example, if you're going to read ngayon, you sound nagayon. So it should be pronounced at ngayon. The Americans are pronouncing the NG as if it is separate letter sounds. So you should combine the two, the N and the G, to make the sound nang. Okay, I'll give you examples again. For example, pangalan. So the Americans are saying it or reading it as pangalan. Pangalan. So that's wrong. Pronounce it or read it as pangalan. Another is dangal. So you should pronounce it as dangal. Next is pangil. So you should pronounce it as pangil. And sometimes, even if the NG is in a Tagalog word, you don't say it or read it at all. Like for example, in magandang. So I heard some Americans saying maganda umaga. It should be magandang umaga. There are two combined letters that's either you will pronounce as one or silent the H that we don't have in our Filipino language, and those are the TH, PH, the SH, and the WH. So that means that in our language, when you read it, you should produce each of the sound separately. That's the reason you won't hear the Filipinos saying words like they, their, thus. Okay. As you can see, the Americans might read it as bathala, but you should read it or pronounce it as bat ha la. You might read the next word as meat or maithai or mithi, but you should sound and read it as meat he. Now you might read that as kathe or katha, but you should read or pronounce it as katha. Again, we don't have in our old Tagalog alphabet the C, F, J, V, Q, X, Z. And we don't have in our Filipino language the letter C as in a cab, but we do have the equivalent letter sound as in K for kaba. We don't have the letter F as in for, but we have that equivalent letter sound P as in para. We also don't have the V as in vase, but we do have the equivalent letter sound as in B for baso. We also don't have the Q in quarter, but we have the equivalent letter sound as in KW in cuarto. So we don't have J as in jam, but we do have that equivalent letter sound with DY as in Jess or Jos. So remember that the Filipino language has mixed Spanish words. We also don't have the X and in X-ray, but we don't have an equivalent letter sound EKS as in with exam. We also don't have the Z as in zebra, but we have that equivalent letter sound S like CCO or Sino. For my Filipino friends who are learning or studying the English and American accent, you have to consider the 7 letters that we don't have in our old Tagalog alphabet, because normally we interchange the letter F and a V in the English language. So we sound, or instead of us saying feather, we sound feather. Instead of us saying family, we sound family. Or instead of us pronouncing Victor, we say it as Victor. English, let's hear the difference of vowels, letter sounds. A, E, I, O, U. While in Tagalog, we say it as A, E, I, O, U. Now, you don't say it as A, B, C, D, E, F, G. But you read or sing it as A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And then H, I, J, K. So you don't sing or say it as H, E, J, K. It sounds very weird. R, S, T, U, V. You don't say or sing it as R, S, T, U, V. Then L, M, N, O, P. So you don't say it as L, M, N, O, P. And that's our lesson for today. Again, communication, or again, language is a tool for communication, so don't hesitate to learn about it. And our question for today is, what are the 4 combined letters from the English that we don't pronounce as one, or we don't have that silent H in our Filipino alphabet or Filipino language? Again, thank you for watching and thank you for subscribing. Until next time, have a good one.